Hi guys. So lately I've been really busy, as you probably could tell. I've been posting like a week. It might be 2 weeks at this point, but that's just because I was trying to catch up with some schoolwork, and I had this thing called practicum where I had to do like a lot of volunteer hours like within the span of a week. So I was out a lot. But this was a highly requested video via my Instagram polls. So if you ever want to like help decide what videos are coming up, go follow me on Instagram. It's right here. The link will be in the description, of course. But we're gonna talk about my college experience, or what I think college is like, because I'm a graduating student and I'd like to share this information for people who want to go to college and like don't know what to expect. So yeah, I'd like to first off start with giving a little bit of background history. This is gonna be a lot of like going through old footage and y'all seeing some of my past, but like that's okay. So I never wanted to attend college. I know, crazy, right? I actually have a video on this, on how I chose the college I ended up attending to. I never wanted to attend college. I wanted to be an actor, and I didn't think it was necessary to be in college to be an actor. So I was really stubborn and decided if I went to anything, because my high school made you apply to a college, I said I'd apply to an acting school. What acting school? I did apply to multiple colleges, but first let's start with this. What acting school did I apply to? AMDA, which is American Musical Dramatic Arts. And lo and behold, I don't know how I did, because I remember fumbling the audition for that school so hard, but I got in because I did really well at the workshop. Luckily, I attended one of the auditions that had a workshop with it. I did really well on stage and interacting with the people at the workshop. But when it came to privately being tested for your audition, I fumbled really hard. But they said the workshop showed my potential and they'd hate to see it wasted on somebody who hasn't grown into their confidence yet. It's meant a lot to me. So I did the orientation. I got all the way to orientation, guys. Orientation! I have this video up on YouTube too. I went to LA, was looking at apartments, was already gonna get a dorm when the student bill came in. My family, I don't come from a family with a lot of money. I don't have a well-off situation. None of my family has good credit, so student loans are always out of the question. And it was about $50,000 a semester. And this was back in like 2019. So like, oh my god. No. Long story short, I also made it into Brown and into a school in New York, and I made it into a couple other schools too, but they were just all out of my price range, and so I chose UTRGV. It's a summary version, but it's true. And for that reason, I really hated UTRGV my first 2 years of school, especially because I started going to school and immediately a pandemic hit. And you're probably like, why are you telling me all this information? I just want to know like what college is like. I feel like this is important information to keep in mind when hearing my opinion of college, because I was someone who never wanted to go to college. I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think I needed it. And also I went during a pandemic. So it's not really the college experience everybody wants. But let's start with like the actual college experience. Now, I'm lucky enough to have done dual classes in high school. I graduated with an associate's degree and in high school, and so when joining college, I of course, like, instead of doing like acting or anything, I did the safe route and did teaching in the theater field. I think this has affected my college experience greatly because I ended up hating the courses, and I never did anything on campus because there was a pandemic. I was only involved in the Ecological Restoration Club, but that was fun. Now let's fast forward to some experiences that I've ended up enjoying in college, which would be my experience in film. So I ditched the teaching degree when it looked like I didn't. And I was like, oh my god, I really hate this. Why am I doing this? This isn't even what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an actor. What am I doing? And so I joined the film department. I switched majors. I was only supposed to be there 2 years, and I would have graduated during the pandemic. But I switched majors, and I ended up staying 2 extra years, starting back up in like normal time. And I'm glad I did, because college isn't the same online. My biggest recommendation would be, if you want to have that college experience, go in person as much as possible. Because wow, I've met so many people, made so many friends, and this is gonna lead me up to like my next point, which is do something you actually enjoy. This is coming from, I worked in the department called First Year Experience at the university, and people often choose things they don't want to do, and they often drop out. First Year Experience was literally me getting like a group of like 50 students to like mentor and guide them into our college life, and oh my gosh, how many of those students dropped is no joke. Just because most of the students that I had that dropped were students that had chosen their career path specifically because they wanted the money. Now this might work for some people. If you're a really money-driven person, this might work for you. But for the majority of the people that I met, they seemed like very family-motivated people, very like loving, caring people, very sweet and smart and intelligent people that ended up dropping, and mostly because they said it was really hard. They couldn't work themselves up to being motivated to finish and all those other things, and that's completely okay. No shame on anyone who drops out. Like, that's okay. But oh my goodness, I feel like it became so much easier for me when I picked a field that I was in love with. And like, damn, that's crazy. And then that's gonna lead me up to my next point, because I work with the First Year Experience department, and I currently work for the Student Activities Board on campus, which is, you should really be active on campus. I think being active on campus is super important to enjoying, like, getting that full college experience. I think it's fun. You meet a lot of people. You learn a lot of skills that you didn't think you'd learn. Like, honestly, I just needed a job, and I, applied on campus because I was like, maybe it'll be better. And oh my goodness, you learn so many skills. They're really into like, some of the jobs on campus take you to conferences, which I think is amazing. I went to Chicago for 3 days, but I would have never been able to see Chicago in like college, or like travel that far without that help, because they paid for everything. We got to stay at a university over there, meet other students. I still keep in contact with those students. It's crazy. And there's not just that, but like learning those skills you need to be successful in your workplace. So my current job as the Student Activities Board is a lot better for my like work, where I want to work, because it allows you to be creative and take risk and fail, but learn from those failures without feeling super judged. They know your students are expecting you to mess up, but they want to guide you in the right direction. And I'm not saying you have to get a campus job. You can go to campus events, join a sorority. Sororities aren't my thing, but maybe they'll be yours. Fraternities aren't my thing either. And volunteer work. Like, getting involved is super important. But like, I'm getting off track. I want to say that my freshman and sophomore year was almost a forgettable period, other than the fact that I got to do ecological restoration and I created a club. I think my experience didn't really get super enjoyable until my junior and senior year, but for my junior year, I'll be honest, I don't remember most of it. And there's a big reason why, which is I worked a full-time job. This might not be like the end all be all for some people. I just couldn't juggle that life. Like, I did full-time school, full-time work, and honestly, I could barely remember my junior year because of it, because I would be getting like 2 hours of sleep, especially because I'm in a field that requires you to do a lot of like volunteer work. My film degree means that I have to go and film things with other students. That's why I'm in the car. I'm about to start heading out, and I really wanted to make this video because I'm leaving on a trip in like 2 days. So like, it's now or never, guys. But yeah, I have to like, and working in that other job, I feel like made my class grades reflect poorly. I mean, I ended up getting all A's that semester anyway, but like that year, but like I had to really, really work at it, and I don't remember a lot from that year. Like, I'm not even kidding. So some of my best advice, and the advice I give all the time to anybody who's looking into working while doing school, if you're gonna work full time, just take a little less classes. It might feel like you're falling behind, but there's no such thing as falling behind in college. Everyone's on their own path, and why be in a rush to finish it? Like, there's no reason to be in a rush to finish it. And if you can't, and if you want to work part-time, I think that's better. Part-time job, full-time school isn't too bad. But if you have the opportunity not to work at all, I think that's the best option, because you should really focus on school and being active and learning new things through your experiences and stuff. I think this became more of like an advice video by accident, but I feel like I've learned a lot, and this is just scratching like the base of what I've learned in school. I'm trying to cover like all 4 years of my experience within like a short video, and it's not really that short as of I've been talking for 14 minutes now, but yeah. Anywho, I am a senior now. I've met some amazing people, some lifelong friends, and I think this is important, because I started off this journey thinking I didn't need a degree where I'm going. Do I still think I needed a degree where I was going? No, not at all. I'm in film now. I've pushed away from acting. I still really love acting, but I'm more wanting to do producing film, and producing films like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, something like eerie and creepy, and but like also light and colorful and odd and unrealistic. But I don't think my degree was necessary. I think it helped me find my voice faster, and I think it helped me find my way faster. It gave me a connection with people to work with, and it gave me like insight into like how to do what I want to do, how to be what I want to be. Like, I also like think it's helped me with this YouTube stuff, because like I have a better understanding of like film composition and also like stories. and how stories should have an X, Y, Z, beginning, middle, and end. Wait, no, what? Not X, sorry. Beginning, middle, and end, and how to clearly lay out that story. So yeah. If you came here asking yourself whether you should go to college or not, I think it's an experience. I chose the cheapest possible school. Actually, it's the second most affordable school in the nation now. It's University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. If you want to do biomedical or like business, it's a great school to go to. I feel like I didn't have a lot of opportunities to grow as much as I wanted to in the film department at their school, but it wasn't like a bad experience whatsoever. I have some amazingly supportive teachers that I feel really lucky to have met, and I'm excited to see where the next chapter of life takes me. I still want to continue doing YouTube and short films. I'm hoping to be like my full-time job, but I guess we'll see where things go. Sorry this was a weird video. I don't usually get all like sentimental like this. And this is, I guess I don't really talk about myself a lot, but I'd love to do it more often. So if you want to see more videos like this, please leave a like and comment down below. And hit subscribe if this helped you in any way. I know I kind of rambled, but yeah. Thanks for watching. This is Sky Chance here, saying sky's never the limit. Never give up. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!